Welcome to Hillcats at Home, brought to you by Bank of the James. On this week's episode, there's a very special reason I'm wearing this patriotic jersey. Stick around, you'll find out why. Peter's got another merch minute for you. Joe has another podcast. Austin has another bad baseball joke over the week. This week's fan question of the week is answered by none other than Lynchburg Hillcats pitcher Juan Hillman. I've got a special Around the Elmore segment for you. I'm going to check in on Southpaw and lots more. It's a big episode, so here we go. Welcome back to Hillcats at Home. I'm your host, Jeff Raymond. Now, I told you there's a special reason I'm wearing this patriotic jersey, and here it is. It is the biggest news in all of Lynchburg. Just announced, tickets just went on sale this past Monday. It is the Ronnie Roberts Senior Classic taking place on the 4th of July at Bank of the James Stadium. That's right, baseball on the 4th of July, and no baseball game on the 4th of July would be complete without fireworks. So get your tickets now. They just went on sale this past Monday. It is the 2020 Ronnie Roberts Senior Classic with fireworks following on the 4th of July. Now, don't forget, seniors around the area had a hard time this past baseball season because a lot of them missed out on their senior year of baseball. This is going to be the opportunity for a lot of very special seniors to play baseball on a professional field on the 4th of July. So again, get your tickets now. They are available. They're on sale. Head on over to the social media page. Head on over to lynchburg-hillcats.com to get those tickets for the 2020 Ronnie Roberts Senior Classic with fireworks after the game. And now it's time for Peter's Merch Minute.
Hey Hillcats fans, it's Peter in the Caddy Shack again for another episode of Hillcats at Home and the Merch Minute. Well fans, we had baseball last weekend, we have baseball this weekend, so you can come and actually stop by the store if you like and pick out some stuff for Father's Day. One of the items next week, we were supposed to have the All-Star Game, unfortunately don't have that, but we have these on clearance. So All-Star Game t-shirts and tank tops, perfect for dad. The game that should have been, first time in 25 years of Lynchburg having the All-Star Game. We'll have to wait, hopefully not another 25 years. But come on by, get them on discount, as well as anything in here. And if you haven't checked it out online, we have a Father's Day bundles. So head over to our shop online, check out those bundles as well. Go Hillcats, stay safe. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Take care.
Thanks, Peter. And I know you've been waiting for it, so here's our head groundskeeper, Joseph Knight, with Joe's Podcast of the Week.
What's up, guys? Joe again, back with another Podcast of the Week. Like I said last week, I hope you've enjoyed them so far. I've tried to give current podcasts, new releases, kind of trying to stay up to date. And I thought that would be a cool way to keep people, informed and, just kind of interested in the podcast that I listen to. This week, I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go to a podcast that I listened to a while back. It's a very well-known podcast. And it's one I really enjoyed. It really had me hooked. I was like binge listening rather than binge watching. The podcast this week is Up and Vanish Season 1. Up and Vanish is a podcast done by a journalist named Payne Lindsay, and he looks into the disappearance of a school teacher in Georgia named Tara Grinstead. And it's very good if you're it's another true crime podcast, which I know a lot of people really like, but it's more on the investigative side rather than the informative side. He goes to Georgia, he goes and finds out, talks to people, does his own interviews. It's really interesting. It's very, very good. And it's a crazy, crazy story. And I think it's a good spin on the true crime podcast, where it's not necessarily a podcast where you're just talking about, a crime that happened and they've already figured out who did it and this and that. But it's really an investigative piece, and it's really good. So that's Up and Vanished Season 1. You should be able to find it on Spotify, probably on every platform you can listen to. But again, Up and Vanish Season 1. I think you will really enjoy it.
I'm always looking for new podcasts, so Joe, thanks for that, and I will definitely check that out. In this week's Around the Elmore segment, I want to tell you what happened right here at home at Bank of the James Stadium this past weekend. The Lynchburg Hillcats welcome some of the best high school talent from around the country. And in the upcoming weekends, you will have an opportunity to make your way down to the baseball stadium and check out more high school talent. This is, again, some of the best high school talent from around the United States making the way to Lynchburg to play some ball on a professional field. If you've been trying to get your baseball fix in, now's the time to head on out to the ballpark, get yourself some tickets, head on out, watch these amazing travel teams play right here at our ballpark. And now he's back. It's time for our accountant, Austin Amos, with his bad baseball joke of the week.
Hey guys, this is Austin. I'm here with the Lynchburg Hillcats, and this is this week's bad baseball joke of the week. This week's joke goes out to all my Yankee fans out there. What's the difference between a Yankee Stadium hot dog and a Fenway Park hot dog? You can get a Yankee Stadium hot dog in October. That's this week's bad baseball joke of the week. Tune in next week and we'll get you guys another bad baseball joke. Have a safe week, everybody.
Thanks, Austin. And hey, we've been getting comments on your jokes. People like them, so keep them coming.
Checking in on Southpaw.
Now, let's check in on Southpaw and see where he's hanging out this week. Ah, look at that. Southpaw's lounging again. But hey, check out those cool body armor coolers and towels. If you've been to the ballpark with any regularity, you definitely have heard Fred in the stands. So here's Fred's question, and to answer Fred's question, here's pitcher Juan Hillman.
Hey Hillcats, quick question. That fan in the stands heckling during all 9 innings of a close game, does that actually mean anything at the end of the day, or is it just annoying? Claws up, charge!
This is actually a great question. I mean, if you're dialed in and focused, then you pretty much just cancel out the heckler and just focus on the task at hand, and that's getting out or making the big play for your team or just helping out and hopefully get the win.
Thanks for your question, Fred, and special thanks to Juan Hillman for taking the time to answer his question. If you have a question for the front office or one of the players, send it to me, jraymond at lynchburg-hillcats.com. Don't forget to take it in landscape mode. If we use your question, we'll send you some cool Hillcats swag. Well, that wraps up another edition of Hillcats at Home. Thanks for joining me. I'm your host, Jeff Raymond. Join me again every single Friday at 5 p.m. right here on Facebook. Everybody have a great week. I will see you next Friday from California. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you then.